I call this meeting to order. Clerk of the board, please call the roll.
Freeholder Carter.
Present.
Freeholder Estrada. Freeholder Hudak.
Wait. I'd be locked out of very place.
I'd like to start that again. Freeholder Carter.
Present.
Freeholder Estrada.
Present.
Freeholder Hudak.
Here.
Freeholder Jallo.
Here.
Freeholder Kowalski.
Here.
Freeholder Mirabella.
Present.
Freeholder Wright.
Here.
Vice Chairman Granados.
Here.
And Chairman Bergen.
Here.
Chairman, you have 9 freeholders present.
Thank you. Clerk of the board, please lead us in the prayer and salute to the flag.
Humbly we ask God, the giver of peace and the lover of charity, to give the entire family of nations true agreement with his will, and to grant the light of his Spirit on all who work for justice and peace. Amen.
Amen.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Clerk of the board, please read the statement of compliance with the Open Public Meetings Act.
The Chair wishes to announce that pursuant to the requirements of New Jersey statutes annotated, Title 10, Chapter 4, Section 10 of the Open Public Meetings Act, adequate notice of this meeting of the Board of Chosen Freeholders of the County of Union has been given by mailing the annual meeting schedule for the year 2016, along with periodic changes necessitated by circumstances to the newspapers circulating within the County of Union who are designated to receive such notice, and by posting the annual meeting schedule for the year 2016 in the Administration Building, and further by filing the annual meeting schedule for the year 2016 with the Office of the County Clerk.
Thank you. Now it gives me great pleasure to call upon Peter Cabates, Superintendent of Schools of the Union County Vocational Technical Schools, for a presentation to the board.
Thank you, Freeholder Chairman. Good evening, everyone. It's a pleasure to be here tonight. As Superintendent of the Union County Vocational Technical Schools, I have a bunch of students here tonight who are going to make this beautiful presentation to the Freeholder Board. And I want to have my principals come up, if they could, to introduce their students. And I'll have the students come on up here. So, can I have Ms. Kelly Jackson, the principal of our Academy for Performing Arts.
We'd like to welcome up Faith Ricca, Matthew Martino, and Nathan Scheckman from Cranford.
Thank you. Principal of the Magnet High School, Mr. Paul Rafalowski.
Thank you, Mr. Capides. I would like to call up Surya Makar and Sarah Denner.
Mr. Walt Smolinski, Principal of the Academy for Allied Health Sciences.
Thank you. I'd like to call up Emiliano Shirigliano from Elizabeth and Alicia Wallace from Linden.
Mr. Jeffrey Lerner, UC Tech.
Thank you. I'd like to call up Christian Kabatu, Christopher Steffen from Union, and Leah Womelsdorf and Charlotte McNulty from Fanwood.
Our principal, Colleen Gelinella, is out ill, and we have with us tonight Supervisor Judy Urach.
Good evening. I'd like to call up from Plainfield, William Johnson and Faith Allen.
So right now we have everyone, but I did also want to introduce, we saw Judy Urach, our supervisor of Academy for Information Technology. We have Alice Mansfield Smith, our teaching supervisor at the Magnet High School. We have Kevin Doherty, the supervisor of the Academy for Allied Health and Sciences, and Mr. Rob McCurley, supervisor of UC Tech. And I have my assistant superintendent, Gwen Ryan, with us tonight, and my school business administrator, Janet Berman, with us tonight. And I believe I have everyone, correct? Yes, I do. So, ladies and gentlemen of the Freeholder Board, these are our students, and I'm going to have them stand up here while we do the presentation of the resolutions. Thank you.
Thank you. Now I'd like to call on freeholders Carter and Mirabella to join me with making the presentation of the resolutions.
Well, thank you, Mr. Chairman, for the opportunity to say a couple of words. Pete, I want to thank you for all your efforts as our great superintendent, and it's such an honor for me to be here with these great students at the Union County Vocational Technical High School. As a father of 2 students that attend there, I know the quality education that you're all getting and the hard work that you're doing. Who's seniors? Who's juniors? Some all seniors, some mix. All right, so everybody's working hard, right? And, you know, I know what it takes to get into that school. I also know the hard work that you're doing right now. I have an opportunity to attend some of the information sessions that is a part of a prerequisite for all students, potential students. And I understand that this year is another year where there's a record number of applicants, and it's very challenging curriculum. It's also hard to get into. So I know that the administration and the admissions area is working hard to tell the students that are coming after you about their placement, hopefully in the class. But, you know, I really, it's just an honor for me, and one of the things I'm going to look back and take great pride in is all the work that's been done to develop these schools, to give opportunity for our students in Union County that choose this path. And whichever the schools you go to, the quality of education is remarkable, and you're all set up very nicely for the future. And I wish you would continue to work hard through graduation. So we have some resolutions we'd like to present. I don't know, Pete, if you want to call the principals up too, in conjunction, that would be terrific. Pete, come right in. Mr. Chairman? Right there. So really, on behalf of all the freeholders and over 500,000 people that call Union County their home, I want to congratulate you for the hard work and the good work you're doing for our children and for our students. And we have this resolution to commemorate this occasion, to thank you for your efforts and to wish you luck in the future. So congratulations for everything. Good job, Pete.
At this time, we also have another resolution recognizing of course, our wonderful, talented youth that are here in Union County and at the VOTEC. But Superintendent, you know, one of the things that we continuously say here that, you know, leadership has a lot, but it's also understanding when you're a leader, being able to build up more leaders, and you truly have a lot of leaders that are there at all of the schools at Union County VOTECs. And we have a resolution here for you for the Future Farmers of America and agricultural education, providing a strong foundation for the youth of America for successful careers and a lifelong of informed choices in global agricultural. And that's something that's very important. You know, when we look at our history and we see where we were and how we were doing things agriculturally and where we are now, we really need those minds that can really be intuitive with sciences and math and everything there and and you have a wonderful, great group of students. So I'm going to let you talk about that for a couple of seconds.
Well, I'm certainly just going to pass it right off right now to our instructor, Bonnie Baldessere, to talk about this Future Farmers of America program, introduce our two wonderful students, briefly.
Okay, well, in honor of Career and Technical Education Week, that's why we're all here. It coincides with National FFA Week, and this is Emiliano, and he's our president, and he also represents Allied Health, so he's also in the HOSA student organization. So career and technical student organizations are something to celebrate during this time. And every student at Union County VOTEC has that opportunity to do career development events, leadership, and personal growth as well. So they do local, state, and national competitions. And Emiliano was first place in the state fruits and vegetable career development event in this fall. And Aaron participated in the turf management and was just newly awarded or elected as the member of the month for January for the state of New Jersey. One last thing, they also, the FFA members made all the bouquets, so we hope you enjoy them. And they worked hard. It's been a busy week with Valentine's. So, thank you for doing the resolution, and we'll see you next time.
Thank you so much.
And before we go, because we do have to leave, our students have homework and they must go home and complete that because they get a lot of it. But I just want, on behalf of the entire staff here, on behalf of our Board of Education, I want to thank the Freeholder Board for their support. You know, we're up to 1,400 full-time students right now. We just opened a 30,000 square foot addition based on your generosity. We'll be able to offer more seats. We believe next year we'll have about almost 1,500 students next year. So because of your generosity, we're able to offer more seats to the students throughout Union County, and we appreciate all you do for us. So thank you all, and thank you for your resolutions. Good night, everyone.
Thank you, Peter. It's always a pleasure to have you here, and it's always a pleasure to have students from across our county here. You do a great job there. Thank you for coming, and I can tell you this meeting is my wife's favorite meeting of the year. Okay. On to our business. May I have a motion to approve communication, please? Is there a second? Oh. Motion was made by Freeholder Mirabella, seconded by Freeholder Hudak. Clerk of the Board, please call the roll.
Freeholder Carter?
Yes.
Freeholder Estrada? Freeholder Hudak?
Aye.
Freeholder Jallo?
Aye.
Freeholder Kowalski?
Yes.
Freeholder Mirabella? Freeholder Wright?
Yes.
Vice Chairman Granados?
Aye.
And Chairman Bergen?
Yes.
Chairman, you have 9 votes in the affirmative.
Thank you. We have approval of minutes, 6 sets. Could I please have a motion to waive reading and accept the minutes of the listed dates?
Second.
Motion was made by Freeholder Mirabella, seconded by Freeholder Wright. Clerk of the Board, please call the roll.
Freeholder Carter?
I will abstain from October the 8th, 2015 regular meeting, November the 5th, 2015 agenda setting meeting, and yes to the rest.
Freeholder Estrada? I'm sorry, that was October 8th? Freeholder Hudak?
Aye. Call.
Freeholder Jallo?
Aye.
Freeholder Kowalski?
Yes.
Freeholder Mirabella?
Aye.
Freeholder Wright?
Yes.
Vice Chairman Granados?
I, with the abstention of October 15th agenda regular meeting and November 15th regular meeting.
And Chairman Bergen?
Yes as to all.
Chairman, for the minutes of the October 1st agenda meeting, you have 9 votes in the affirmative. For the minutes of the October 8th regular meeting, you have 7 votes in the affirmative with 2 abstentions. For the minutes of the October 15th agenda and regular minutes, you have 8 votes in the affirmative with 1 abstention. For the minutes of the November 5th agenda meeting, you have 8 votes in the affirmative with 1 abstention. And for the minutes of the November 15th regular meeting, you have 8 votes in the affirmative with 1 abstention.
Thank you, Mr. Clerk. We now have an ordinance for adoption. Clerk of the Board, please read the ordinance by title.
Ordinance number 770-2016, an ordinance amending the Union County District Solid Waste Management Plan to, 1, include the waste management of New Jersey, Inc. facilities in Elizabeth, New Jersey as the county's designated facilities to which solid waste types 13, 13C, 23, and 27 are directed for disposal. 2, incorporate the solid waste disposal services agreement by and between the Union County Utilities Authority and Waste Management of New Jersey, Inc. for the provision of disposal services for solid waste types 13, 13C, 23, and 27. And 3, direct all solid waste types 13, 13C, 23, and 27 to the Waste Management of New Jersey, Inc. facilities in Elizabeth, New Jersey for disposal pursuant to regulatory waste flow control.
The meeting is now open to the public for purposes of commenting on ordinance 770-2016 only. Kindly state your name and town of residence for the record, and please adhere to the 5-minute time limit. Is there anyone who would like to comment on the pending ordinance only?
Good evening, Chairman Bergen, ladies and gentlemen of the Freeholder Board, Bruce Patterson Garwood. There's a set. I'm sorry I wasn't here last week for the special meeting, which I guess you were discussing. I don't know which one it was. It was either 769, 2016, or 770, 2016. Which one are we supposed to be talking about?
The current pending ordinance is 770-2016. It is not the ordinance that was introduced last week. That will have final hearing on the 18th.
All right, then I guess, okay, this is back to more of a simpler question then. Could you please explain to the public, in essence, what this one is about? Thank you.
Dan Sullivan, please come and respond.
Good evening, Mr. Chairman, members of the board. What you have before you for final reading, an amendment to the Union County Solid Waste Plan. What we are talking about here is type 13C waste, which is bulky waste, construction waste, that the county, through the solid waste flow control, allows us to direct it to certain facilities. For the last 3 years, that waste was being directed to the Meadowlands, the Keegan landfill up in Secaucus. We received notification last year, late last year, of the possibility that the facility was going to be closed. In addition, the end of our 3-year contract was coming to an end in June of this year, 2016. So the prudent thing that we did was to go out to bid again for those services for the solid waste types that we're discussing here. We had one response on that, which was waste management. So the UCUA awarded that contract to Waste Management back in January. It now has to be included in the solid waste plan, so this is what you're considering here, just amending that plan that will allow Waste Management to come in to operate the facility, which is on Julia Street, and allow the UCUA to direct all these solid waste types to that facility, and not to the facility up in Keegan landfill, which is in Secaucus, Kearney. That's the essence of the amendment that you're
Thank you,
considering.
Mr. Sullivan.
You're welcome.
Any other members of the public wishing to comment on this ordinance only? Seeing none, I'll close that portion of the meeting. Freeholder Hudak, would you please move ordinance 770-2016?
Thank you, Chairman. I move ordinance number 770-2016 for final reading and authorize the clerk of the board to advertise same in accordance with the law.
May I have a second?
Second.
Motion was made by Freeholder Hudak, seconded by Freeholder Mirabella. Clerk of the board, please call the roll.
Freeholder Carter?
Yes.
Freeholder Estrada?
Yes.
Freeholder Hudak?
Aye.
Freeholder Jallo?
Aye.
Freeholder Kowalski?
Yes.
Freeholder Mirabella?
Aye.
Freeholder Wright?
Yes.
Vice Chairman Granados?
Aye.
And Chairman Bergen.
Aye.
Chairman, you have 9 votes in the affirmative.
Thank you, Mr. Clerk. At this time, I open the meeting for purposes, open to the public for purposes of commenting on resolutions that are being offered for adoption only. Kindly, once again, state your name and town of residence for the record, and please adhere to the 5-minute time limit, and please advise which resolution you're commenting on. Anyone from the public wishing to comment on pending resolutions, please step forward.
Good evening, Chairman Bergen, ladies and gentlemen of the Freeholder Board, Bruce Patterson, Garwood. A lot of people here, nobody wants to talk. But just simple questions. And thank you very much for making this a thin agenda. On page 3, number 117 and 118. These are Runnels Hospital's resolutions, and one of them is for doors with a contract not to exceed $147,000. Another one is, it still looks like doors, for a contract is $73,000. Now, I understand we have Cornerstone Psychiatric inside Runnels Hospital, which is now owned by, used to be called Center Management, whatever it is, Runnels LLC or something like that. But I'm just wondering, we pay like $4.5 million in not only lease agreements, but other maintenance and utilities and administrative costs. And I'm wondering, why is not these dollars actually part of the $4.5 million that we're paying Runnels LLC annually? It's even more than $4.5 million. Another one on page 7. Number 145. That's rescinding the resolution to Fovionics. I think this is the one. Yes, this is the one, the Fovionics. Now, I was here at a meeting when Fovionics was here, and also there was a competing contractor on whatever the RFP was, and and he stood up and he actually stated some issues which you then dismissed, and you continued with the voting and the approval of the contract for Fovionics. Now we're looking at this, and you're rescinding the resolution on Fovionics. So I would like to know exactly what transpired between your approval of Fovionics in lieu of the person contesting it with points that I can't say were valid or invalid. But anyway, would you please explain what transpired on that? And that is it. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Patterson. We'll start with 2016-145. County Council, can you respond to that, please?
Certainly, Mr. Chairman. With reference to 145, there were, in fact, two bidders. The lowest bidder that we received was Fovionics. We awarded, subsequent to that, DRS, the second bidder, challenged that in court. There was litigation which went on for several months. I believe there was 3 days of hearings. As a result of that, the determination was made by the court to void the award to Fovionics, and determination was subsequently made that based upon the bid received from what would be described as the second lowest bidder, that those bids were still within the guidelines and the estimate, and determination was made to proceed by awarding to the second lowest bidder.
Thank you, Mr. Barry.
You're welcome.
117 and 118, Director Graziano.
Good evening, Chairman. Through you, these two aren't for Runnels. They're actually removing the financial portion of the bids that we had when we had Runnels Hospital. We're moving those amounts to the Division of Facilities accounts, and the amounts are as follows: $11,900 in 117 is being moved over, and $24,545, I believe, is the amount being moved over in 118 to the Facilities account. They were under Runnels Specialized Hospital, but they're not needed in there anymore, obviously, so we're just moving them to the Facilities account to be able to use them before these bids expire in July.
Thank you, Director.
You're welcome, Chairman.
Any other members of the public who wish to address the board on pending resolutions only? Seeing none, I'll close the public portion. Could I please have a motion to approve resolutions 2016-112 through 2016-157?
So moved.
Second.
Motion was made by Freeholder Kowalski, seconded by Freeholder Carter. Clerk of the board, please call the roll.
Freeholder Carter?
Yes.
Freeholder Estrada?
Yes.
Freeholder Hudak?
Aye.
Freeholder Jallo?
Aye.
Freeholder Kowalski?
Yes.
Freeholder Mirabella?
Aye.
Freeholder Wright?
Yes.
Vice Chairman Granados?
Aye.
And Chairman Bergen.
I abstain on 2016-132. Aye as to the remainder.
Chairman, you have 9 votes in the affirmative, with the exception of Resolution 2016-132. You have 8 votes in the affirmative with 1 abstention.
Thank you, Mr. Clerk. The meeting is now open to the public for purpose of commenting on any governmental issue that a member of the public feels may be of concern to the residents of the county. Once again, please state your name and town of residence and adhere to the 5-minute time limit.
I hate to make it a grand slam, you know. It's not actually, it's triple. But Bruce Patterson, Garwood, good evening, Chairman Bergen, ladies and gentlemen of the Freeholder Board. The couple of UCUA resolutions or ordinances that are coming up. The one, like I said, I missed the meeting last week, the special meeting. I would assume you did your due diligence and asked all the proper questions. Hopefully, I'm going to Oprah the contracts and why you're extending it 22 years, because to tell you the truth, I mean, it really raises an eyebrow what is happening there. And what I am most concerned about is how does that affect the towns? And you don't have to answer now or have anybody answer it now, but come time for the ordinance, I'll be asking questions like that. Because I'm very concerned how it could be extended another 22 years. As I recall, back in 2011, and it was hot and heavy back then, and I'm sure you remember, I spoke a lot about it, that there was something very strange going on, which it was proven that, there was hidden monies. And I'd just like to comment to the public that thanks to me, those 7 towns, got an extra relief on their waste, because I was looking into the cost. But it's just, this was originally back then, it was proposed to 2045, and I believe it was the state that tempered the contract down to 2031. Well, here you are extending the contract again to 2053, and I just hope somebody did their due diligence in making sure that the state's not going to come in and slap us down again into revisiting the contract length and shortening it, because the first time it was actually going to 2045, which the state pushed back to 2031. So these are the questions that everybody can mull about, because I'll be asking them, and I'm going to Oprah the contract. So not to the Freeholder Board, obviously, but I'm going to have to go to the UCUA. So thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Patterson. As you're aware, there will be a full public hearing on that ordinance on the 18th when it's up for final reading. Any other member of the public who wishes to comment on any governmental issue? Seeing none, I will close that portion of the meeting and ask for freeholder reports. Freeholder Hudak.
Thank you, Chairman. On behalf of the board, I'm pleased to announce that we are accepting applications for the second round of Union County Infrastructure Municipal Aid Grants. The deadline for municipalities to apply is February 26th. The grant program began in 2015 to assist municipalities with projects of economic, social, and transportation and governmental importance by filling in gaps in state and federal funding for local projects. This year's matching grant initiative will make available an additional $1.5 million to the 21 municipalities of Union County, covering projects undertaken in calendar year 2016. The funding for the grant is provided through the proceeds of the sale of Runnels Hospital, and it's the second wave of tax relief being provided from that fund. Based on the response from last year's round of funding and surveys conducted through the county's public outreach effort with the municipalities, the 2016 grant will focus on road repair and resurfacing. Applications for other types of projects will be accepted, but special consideration will be given to applications associated with municipal roads. The grant program is part of the this year's Chairman's Freeholder Chairman Bergen's initiatives, Move, Grow, and Connect, which are designed to enhance and move people and goods around Union County. Again, the application deadline is February the 26th. Thank you, Chairman.
Thank you, Freeholder. Freeholder Jallo?
No report, Chairman.
Thank you. Freeholder Wright?
Yes, I'm passing along a reminder from the Union County Clerk, Joanne Radrapi, who would like for you to know that a valid U.S. passport is the most reliable and secure form of identification for traveling by air, whether you are flying domestically or heading overseas. If you are a U.S. citizen and don't have a passport yet, I encourage you to contact the county clerk's office and apply for one before the busy spring and summer travel seasons begin. If you already have a passport, it's a good idea to check now and have it renewed if necessary. The county clerk has 2 convenient passport locations, one in Elizabeth and one in Westfield. The Westfield office also offers extended Saturday and evening hours. For more details, visit the county clerk online or call the main office at 908-527-4966. Thank you.
Thank you, Freeholder. Freeholder Kowalski.
Thank you, Chairman. Freeholder Vice Chair Granados and I had the pleasure of attending the second annual Believe Gala benefiting the Raymond Lesniak Recovery High School last weekend. And for those who don't know, the Recovery High School is a partnership between the Votech School District, which we saw many outstanding members of today, and also Prevention Links and Senator Lesniak. And it opened in September of 2014, and it's the first public school in New Jersey dedicated specifically to serving young people in recovery by integrating a fully accredited academic program along with support services in one school environment. It's located at Kean University in Union, and it can serve as many as 100 students who need to find a safe place to learn during recovery from substance abuse or similar problems. And we are proud to be a partner in this project that helps students who want to turn their lives around. We believe in second chances, and we support those who have demonstrated that they're ready to take the next step and complete their high school education. And as a member of the Raritan Valley Rail Coalition, I want to let people know that the group has launched a video and petition campaign regarding the one-seat ride, the direct ride into New York City. And this is an effort to get local legislators to encourage New Jersey Transit to make it a priority to make a plan of action so that we can extend the one-seat ride to all hours of every day. Right now it's limited hours, Monday to Friday. So the ultimate goal is 24/7 service, and to view the video and sign the petition, or for more information, you can visit the Raritan Valley Rail, raritanvalleyrail.com, or email info@raritanvalleyrail.com. And there's also a link on the county website. And also in legislative support efforts, I traveled with mayors from the municipalities along the Rahway River down to Washington yesterday. We met with Senator Menendez and Congressman Lance and the staffs of a number of other members of Congress to ask their support to make sure that funding for the Rahway River flood control project is included in the budget this year. And so we got very good cooperation from Senator Menendez and Congressman Lance. Senator Menendez says that this is a priority of his, and we certainly appreciate his support, and we will continue to work towards that. As I think everyone knows, this is a long, ongoing project. So thank you, Chairman.
Thank you, Freeholder. Freeholder Carter.
Thank you, Chairman. On behalf of the Freeholder Board, I'm pleased to invite Union County residents and guests to attend our 2016 Black History Celebration, marking the history and achievements of Black Americans and the role that Black history has played in shaping our nation. The event will be held on Wednesday, February the 17th, in the Student Commons Building at Union County College in Cranford, and is scheduled to begin at 3:30. Presented in cooperation with the Union County College and the Freeholder Board, this year's annual celebration includes vocalists, dance performances, and we will have featured speakers. Jerry Green, Speaker Pro Tem for the New Jersey State Assembly, Tara Dowdell, Public Relations Guru and former Apprentice star, Luther Wright, who is the DJ and a former center for Utah Jazz Pro Basketball team, as well as student body speakers in area talent. We will also be awarding the Chester Holmes Humanitarian Award. This will be, I believe, the third year we will be giving this award out. And the recipient this year will be Assemblyman Jerry Green, who will receive that award. We're pleased to offer this as a free event, and there will be refreshments will be served afterward. The last 2 years have truly marked history and have been truly events that everyone has come out and shared and really reminisced and looked back at our history to see where we have come. And looking at things that are going on, it's important that we continue to celebrate the achievements that we have been able to, African Americans have given to our country. For more information and to register to attend, please visit our county website, which is, again, ucnj.org/blackhistory. Thank you.
Thank you. Freeholder Estrada?
No comments.
Thank
No
you.
reports this
Freeholder
evening.
Mirabella?
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. The Freeholder Board is very proud to support local gardeners here in Union County. With that in mind, I'd like to remind you that the 4th Annual Vegetable Gardening Conference is coming up later this month. All gardeners are welcome to attend with or without experience, including backyard gardeners, persons interested in a school garden or a community garden. The event features experts from Rutgers Cooperative Extension of Union County, so it's a great way to help ensure that your harvest will be a successful one. It will take place this year in Scotch Plains at the Vocational High School campus on Raritan Road. The date is Saturday, February 27th. You can get details from the county website or call Rutgers Extension offices at 908-654-9854. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you. Vice Chairman Granados?
Thank you, Chairman. I was pleased to attend the recent informational event at the Workforce Innovation Center for 100 new full-time and part-time jobs for Union County residents. The event was geared towards warehouse and calling center positions and made available through the Workforce Innovation Business Center, which is funded through the Union County Board of Chosen Freeholders. I'm proud to announce also that the warehouse and calling centers positions will be offering a veteran's preference, which is in line with the initiatives set forth by Chairman Bergen. For more information on upcoming job fairs, please call 908-355-4444. Thank you, Chairman.
Thank you. County Council, any comments?
No comments, Mr. Chairman. Thank you.
County Manager?
No comments, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you. I just want to mention a couple things briefly. First of all, I want to advise our local business owners and managers of an upcoming event called Union County Means Green, which is being presented as part of our ongoing UC Means Business Series. It's a free networking event and seminar designed to help businesses connect with new ways to engage their customers and grow their businesses. We are fortunate to have a very active green business community here in Union County, so this promises to be a very interesting and informative event. More details will be coming out next week. In the meantime, please mark your calendar for Monday, March 7th. The event will start with breakfast at 8 a.m., followed by panel discussions featuring waste management, green purchasing, community engagement, and more. And of course, as always, there'll be time to network and make new connections before the event wraps up at about noontime. We hope to see many of our Union County businesses there. I also want to announce that our county clerk, Joanne Rajapi, has been holding a series of seminars for notary publics, and the next one is coming up on Friday, March 18, at the John H. Stamler Police Academy in Scotch Plains. Ms. Rajapi will present an overview of the application process, so if you're interested in becoming a notary public, this is a good opportunity to get reliable guidance from an expert. I will also be participating, and I will be discussing the legal aspects of being a notary. So if you are already a notary, I also encourage you to come and update your knowledge of the field. Attendance is limited, and the registration deadline is Friday, March 11th, so please get in touch now to save your place. You can get a registration form at the county website, ucnj.org, or call Ms. Rajapi's office at 908-527-4999 for further information. Thank you. Now we have the need to go into executive session, so I'll ask the County Council to please make your statement relative to tonight's executive session.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Pursuant to the provisions of the Open Public Meetings Act, public body may go into executive session for the purpose of discussing certain enumerated subjects. This board now wishes to go into executive session to discuss attorney-client privilege communications and potential contract negotiations relative to Oak Ridge Park project, and attorney-client privilege communications and potential contract negotiations with various municipalities and counties relative to flood control mitigation projects. The minutes of the executive session shall be separated from the minutes of the open public session. The minutes of the executive session, redacted as appropriate and necessary, shall be available in approximately 30 days. The clerk to the board shall retain the original minutes until such time as the confidential limitations have been removed at which time they shall be made available. Upon the affirmative vote of the majority of the members present, the board may retire to executive session. Upon the board's return, it will not take any formal action on the matters discussed.
May I please have a motion to enter into executive session?
Second.
Motion was made by Freeholder Mirabella, seconded by Freeholder Carter. Clerk of the board, please call the roll.
Freeholder Carter?
Yes.
Freeholder Estrada?
Yes.
Freeholder Hudak?
Aye.
Freeholder Jallo?
Aye.
Freeholder Kowalski?
Yes.
Freeholder Mirabella?
Aye.
Freeholder Wright?
Yes.
Vice Chairman Granados?
Aye.
And Chairman Bergen.
Yes, we're now in executive session. May I please have a motion to return to the regular meeting?
So moved.
Second.
Moved by Freeholder Carter, seconded by Freeholder Wright. There's a motion to go back into regular session. Clerk, please call the roll.
Freeholder Carter?
Yes.
Freeholder Estrada?
Yes.
Freeholder Hudak?
Yes.
Freeholder Jallo?
Aye.
Freeholder Kowalski?
Yes.
Freeholder Mirabella?
Aye.
Freeholder Wright?
Yes.
Chairman Bergen.
Yes.
Chairman, you have 8 freeholders.
Thank
Vote
you.
in the affirmative.
County Council, is there anything to announce as a result of the executive session?
Nothing required. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you, County Council. May I have a motion to adjourn?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you. Meeting adjourned.
Well, I think it's...